miss this.
Yeah. Doesn't feel like the end. Like it hasn't hit me yet, you know?
Yeah.
I wish you weren't going.
Yeah.
Hello? Space Cadet, come back to Earth to your beautiful girlfriend, please.
Oh, sorry. I was just thinking.
What you thinking about?
Do you remember our first date?
Of course I do.
I bought you those blue flowers, but...
But you didn't know I was allergic. I could barely breathe all night, but the gesture was so sweet. I didn't have the heart to tell you.
You know, I was scared to ask you out.
Why?
You were so unattainable. I mean, here I was, this broke actor meeting this beautiful woman who already seems to have a life together. I mean, you had a job, like with a salary, of course. And I was a waiter who was looking up at this cute girl who would notice him and ask for his number. Because I was too scared to ask you.
Yeah, I guess you were lucky I thought you were cute.
Yeah, I guess I was. So
Mom
how are
said
you?
break a leg out there.
Sorry.
Sorry, go for it.
Okay. I asked how your kids were today. Like, did you do anything fun today?
Oh yeah, the kids were great today. I didn't feel like doing much, so we watched that one animated movie about bugs because we're learning about the food chain with smaller animals and insects. It seemed like they got a real kick out of it. Probably because they didn't have to do any work. Why are you looking at me like that?
I just love it when you talk about your job. It's like even when you don't care, you do, you know?
What do you mean?
It's like even when you're trying not to care, you still care. It's like even when you're phoning it in, you still picked a movie that's thematically appropriate. It's amazing.
Yep, that's why I get apples from all my students. I don't know what to tell you, I'm just the best.
Yeah, you really are.
You know what one of my students was telling me about the other day?
No, I don't. But you can tell me if you want.
You knew what I was saying. You're such an ass sometimes.
Hey, you're the teacher. Don't come at me with poorly phrased sentences. I'm just doing my best to help you out. We wouldn't want the next generation to be bad at sentence structure and meaning now, would we?
Shut up, you're being a total ass right now.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. So, what was your two telling you about?
Oh, yeah, he was telling me about alternate realities. Like how it's theorized that there are like infinite different Earths with different timelines and outcomes, and how there's like a million different versions of you and me living like a million different lives.
So there are like a million different versions of us. Wow.
Do you think that there's a reality where we're still together? Like one where you don't have to go?
Come on, that's not fair.
How is that not fair? I'm not the one who's leaving.
Because you know I don't want to.
You don't want to what? Leave? Because if so, you have a strange way of showing it.
Come on, that's not fair and you know
I
it.
think it's perfectly fair as a matter of fact. Actually, it's more than fair. If we have to break up because you're picking up and leaving, then I get to say whatever I want.
But you know I don't have much of a choice in it. I waited years for an opportunity like this. This could be a huge break for me and you know this. I thought you supported me on this. You said that.
Of course I support you on this. What kind of bitch would I be if I didn't? That doesn't mean I'm happy about it. What are you supposed to say when your boyfriend comes up to you with a huge opportunity halfway across the country? How can I say no to you when I know how much it means? I've watched you struggle with work for years. I support you because I understand. It's most certainly not because I want you to go. I wish you could stay more than... But you and I both know you can't give up on this.
Now that is unfair. Really? I don't need all of this to days before I'm leaving. I don't understand. Why you didn't express any of this any time before. We've talked this topic to death, and not once do you show me anything but support. So was this your plan? Just to wait till these last days and then guilt trip me so bad that I decide to stay? Because believe me, I feel bad. Does that appease you knowing that how bad it feels to leave? I just need to do this for me, and I don't need you making me feel worse about it.
Stop making this about you.
I'm not making this about me.
This isn't about me making you feel bad. This is about you.
Well, I don't know what you
You're
want from me.
leaving
I
me,
am
and I just want to
trying.
sit here and nod my head like I'm okay.
I am trying so goddamn hard to keep it together. You're not understanding. Okay. Can we just pause?
We can't just pause. We can't keep doing this. I guess I just don't know.
What don't you know?
I just don't know why this is the end. I just don't get it. I don't get you right now. I can't understand.
I'm sorry. I know this is hard, but maybe we can talk about it, and then you'll understand it better. And
No! The time for understanding was fucking months ago when we first had this conversation. The time for understanding was when you made your decision last fucking month. The time for understanding was 2 weeks ago when my students caught me crying in my classroom and asking me why I was so upset. At this point, I don't even know if I want to understand because I'm afraid if I find out, I'll break. There's just one thing I need to understand. We have talked this issue to death, but in all that time, you never just asked me to go with you. It seems like you never even considered it, like the thought of me joining you on your road to success was just like dragging you down so much that it was too terrible to even entertain the idea of bringing me with you.
Beth, you have to know it's not true. I would never do anything to her.
Oh, you know that's bullshit. You could have asked me at any time if I'd go, and you didn't. You had the opportunity time and time again, so you know what? No, I'm not gonna just sit here and pretend like it's my fault. So just be honest with me. One last time.
No, Beth. Come on, please. Can we just pause? Can we just take a step back and...
No, we can't pause. We can't stop. I just need one thing from you, so tell me, why didn't you just ask me to go with you?
Because I knew you would go! Beth, you have everything here. Your friends, your job, those kids that you teach. I know how much you love your life here. But I know above all else, we had each other. And we've been through so much together. And I love you to the ends of the earth. And I know how much I care and how much you care. So much that you give up everything you built just for me. And I couldn't ask you to do that, so I didn't.
That's not your decision to make, it's mine.
I know, Beth. This hasn't been easy for me. I really do love you.
I love you too, but you need to know I'm strong enough to make my own decisions. I just don't want this to be how it ends, you know? It just still feels unfinished.
Yeah. I feel that too. So, what happens now?
I don't know. Do you want to watch something?
No. Just hold me.